Hey everyone, Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and today I'm bringing you guys the winner of Spooky Season Face Off Round 2. So, this was a contest between two horror Bishoujos by Kotobukiya. I had Pinhead and Pennywise. So, this, personally for me, would have been a tough choice. But, almost unanimously, and surprisingly enough, y'all voted for Pinhead. I think it was about, going through all the socials, about an 80-20 vote. So, yeah, I was a little actually shocked that Pinhead was beating the crap out of Pennywise the way she did. But that's why I leave it up to you guys. Like I said, you guys want to see something, I want you guys to do the voting. I want you guys to contribute, and I'm going to highlight whatever you all want. So, I am joined today by Edward Scissorhands and round one's winner, Michael Myers. And we are going to take a look, obviously, at another of the horror Bishoujo by Kotobukiya. Now, again, this is I guess I could say older piece because she is a few years old now. And yes, I still have not opened her because I do have a backlog of just stuff that didn't have really space or shelves for. And now that I do, I want to get into ripping apart not only the new stuff, but some of the older stuff as well, which is why I have you all here to help me decide what to open first. So, as always, this one, I've seen her out of the box already. I know she's badass looking, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys this really cool box with, as always, the amazing artwork on it. And then we're going to cut her open and we're going to take a look at her. So let's get right into it. Check out this cool box right now. So as always here, the usual suspects. We've got the window here. We've got the Kotobukiya logo, the Bishoujo logo. We've got Hellraiser 3, Pinhead, Hell on Earth. Obviously, this is the Bishoujo series, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to have, on this side here, we're going to have the amazing artwork by Shunya himself. Over here on this side, we've got another little window that's supposed to, I guess, obviously look like the box from Hellraiser. It's just a square, so it's not really going to be anything crazy like the Halloween one had a jack-o'-lantern. And here on the back, obviously, we have kind of a silhouette, a few more pictures, details of the statue, and all your, about me statue section. So, here on the top, actually, I'm going to spin it again this way. We also have another little triangle. Up here on the top, we have another little diamond or box-shaped window on the top of the... And that's it. So, we're going to go ahead right now. We're going to cut this tape, and we're going to open her up. So, I've got my little cutter, and we're going to cut her open and take her out. Nothing really fancy on the inside of the box. It just looks like some blood. As you guys can see here, she is all one piece, and it looks like her base is going to be underneath. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Turn her this way so you guys can see the box, right? Pull her out. First, I'm going to do this crazy base. Let's see if I can get this out. Don't just do what I do and be stupid. It's a very, very lightweight base. It's super light, but it's very cool. It's supposed to look like the puzzle box, obviously. So this is kind of neat. Even the outside of it kind of has the flesh all over it. So this is pretty cool. Don't know how sturdy this is going to be, but I guess we'll see, because already it doesn't seem like it stands up very well. So I'm a little nervous about this one. Wow. Gotta unwrap her here. She's kind of all wrapped up. She has lots of little pieces on her, so... And man, she is cool looking. She is detailed. I'm going to check this out real quick because I don't know how I feel about this base. I guess we'll take a look and see. She does snap into the puzzle box. Okay, so I was a little unsure, but when the weight is put on this, obviously you can see it's a lot more stable. And man, okay, I regret not opening her sooner because she's freaking badass. But I am glad I get to show you all this one because, wow, she's really, really awesome. Like I said, when I just put this thing down, I'm like, oh my God, the base is warped or something. I don't know what I'm going to do. But as you can see, she's spinning and spinning and spinning and shaking and shaking and shaking, and she's not moving. So this is pretty badass. And as always, I'm going to bring you guys in. I'm going to let you take a look at it. And just FYI, I don't think she's... They forgot to put undies on her, I think. Yeah, I don't know. But she's very naughty. So, as always, I'm going to bring you guys in. I'm going to let you take a closer look at this because, damn, she's cool. And there is so much detail in this thing that our close-up is going to take a little while because I want you guys to see every little detail. There's piercings and stuff like that everywhere. There's the little details in all the spikes. The box is pretty detailed itself. So this is going to be an extended look at her. Be ready, and let's take a look right now. Alrighty, so I'm going to give you guys the full 360 on this one. And man, as I said, she looks freaking amazing. And I was just doing kind of a slow turn for you guys because, again, this piece is just got so much detail to her. And again, as you can see here, they have the kind of bloody flesh here on the puzzle box. Just a absolutely amazing looking horror piece here. And the fact that there is a female Pinhead kind of helps too. It's not a gender swap or anything like that. So this is just, man, I'm going to bring you guys, I'm going to zoom you in on her, and wow, there's a lot of detail, so forgive me if this goes a little long, but again, as you can see here, just all the details on the puzzle box itself, and even just here with the heel kind of having the spike kind of just through it, is amazing. I mean, all this detail is phenomenal here. And I know there's a lot of shadows from her cape here, so I'm trying to get the best light as I can. But I mean, you can just see how much detail was put into this, and wow. I think there is, again, one detail they forgot, and that is she is for the first time in a Kotobukiya, she's bare bottom pretty much. So they did a good job at, kind of putting everything together so you don't, it doesn't look too strange. But yeah, she's the naughty Bishoujo apparently. And hopefully this does not get flagged for showing the anime booty cheeks. But again, you can see all the details here in her leather kind of outfit. And again, here is the outside of the box, or the inside of the box, whichever way you want to look at it. It is the outside of the base, though. All the flesh. I mean, it kind of would have been cool to see them do Freddy Krueger's face like this, or have a portrait, because this looks like Freddy Krueger's face, literally. So maybe they'll do a third copy of Freddy Krueger, and we'll get a alternate head with that. But as you can see here, I mean, she's just there again. There's just so much detail here. I mean, the back of her corset, like everything. I mean, she's got her all of her straps and everything. Like, this is just very detailed. And now I'm gonna go around the front again right here, because there is so much detail in this piece. So again, there is her pin kind of going through the navel or above the navel. She's got her naughty bondage piercings there with the snakes. Sorry about that blur. And here's where I really appreciate it. We've got the pins actually in the face. So they didn't really hold back with her. They definitely gave her literally the Pinhead. She's got her piercings on the back of her head. It's just a really, really amazingly detailed piece. And I dig it. But they still gave her a super pretty face, so I can appreciate that. And then if you go over here, she actually has a pretty damn detailed puzzle box in her hand as well. So, sorry, I'm trying to kind of track on this. But it's a very detailed little puzzle box as well in her hand. So, all in all, it's a fantastic, such a good piece. She is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to go now and I'm going to take you guys, show you her with a couple before we close this out. So here she is with another one of my favorite black leather clad naughty goth mommies, and that's Edward Scissorhands. And these two look great together. I love how they kind of made hers look super, super leathery, and hers just kind of looks like, goth girl, black tone there. There's definitely a good contrast here between the two of these, and man, they just both look so good together. So definitely liking that. Sorry about the focus adjust there. I put it on autofocus just so I kept them in frame for you guys. But man, they both look really, really good together. And then here she is with the winner of the round one of the spooky season waifus here. Michael Myers, Michelle Myers, whichever way you want to look at it from the Halloween franchise. And even these two actually pair up pretty damn good together. So, two really good pieces, pretty damn good choices that you guys made for your first and second winners. Now, damn is all I can really say about this one. I know, as I said, I've seen her, behind glass cases and stuff before out of the box and thought she looked really cool, but having her up close, definitely it's an amazing thing here. This piece is gorgeous. And the amount of little details that Kotobukiya put into this one really, really shows. I mean, Edward Scissorhands had a lot of little intricate details in like her costume and stuff. And that's a really impressive one too. But this, just even with the balancing act that they just pulled with like the base, like her cape right here being attached to the base and her foot being down, and it balances this thing out pretty well. I mean, I know I'm kind of in a little shaky thing right now, but she is fantastic. They definitely captured like the horror element of this one perfectly, rather than going like with some of this horror line. They kind of went a little too Bishoujo, a little too pretty girl with them, but Pinhead has a perfect like balance to where it's like, damn, she's kind of sexy. And then other than that, but it's like, damn, she's kind of creepy looking too, so she has that perfect balance. I appreciate that they did actually put the pins in her face rather than just keep her face kind of clear, because I really thought they were going to end up doing that with this one, and I didn't remember when I had seen her if she actually had her face covered or not. So I appreciate that they actually do have them kind of sticking all into her face. They have them kind of under her eyes. I mean, they do have them everywhere. They've got her little naughty bits, pierced up. They've got her belly button with the pin going through it, right there. It looks amazing. They got the spiked heels there with the spike going through the back of her heel. Like, it's awesome. And the opened box for the base is really, really cool as well. Especially, again, with the flesh tone, with, literally being the flesh on the box. Just kind of being really, really cool looking. And then the intricate details they put into everything on the base as far as the puzzle box looks great. And even the details they put in her little tiny box that she's got in her hand came out fantastic. And I know I'm kind of gushing about it right now because I just think she looks that damn good. And she's going to be, for me, 10 out of 10. This, as far as the Bishoujos go, she is up there in that upper echelon with the ones, like I say, with Edward Scissorhands, with Beetlejuice, with more recently ones, Morrigan, Felicia, stuff like that. She is up there in that scale of just that upper tier as far as these Bishoujos go. And I can honestly say, after getting her out and putting her on her base and everything else, it's like you go back and you look at the beginning of this horror line with Freddy and Jason, where they just had like little blood splatter base or something that they magnetized to. Going to this is just like, it's an amazing upgrade, an amazing step up. And it can just show you how much they've actually progressed with this line and how it's evolved. Now, I know, you know, Chucky and Tiffany, they had a little, you know, your little standard bases too. You know, they could have done something like this where they looked like a toy box almost. But, you know, Edward Scissorhands had the deck base with the snow on it. Nothing super fancy. You know, Michael Myers over here. Again, if you want to see her, I did do a video. She won the first vote. The pumpkin base with the mask laying on the ground. Little added features, stuff like that. Beetlejuice is literally sitting on a gravestone. So, again, as they've evolved into something a lot more fancy over time. And you can actually see how this line has progressed, which is really cool. And I definitely can appreciate that. Also can show why they've gone up in price. Now, when you do something like this and you put something fancy together like this, little intricate things like this, I can understand why something like this costs more than something with just the standard clear base, because you've kind of elevated a little bit. So, my opinion, I think she is well worth the price of admission. I think she is a damn near perfect piece. I cannot really think of anything wrong other than in the very beginning of this video when I took her out and I went, oh my God, this base kind of scares me. It all pieces together perfect. So again, she's not wobbling, she's not falling. It's in there and she's stable. So that was my fear. And I'm glad the design proved me wrong. So all in all, again, I think if you can find her, I know she is older now because she's a few years old. If you can find her for a decent price, I highly recommend this one. She is fantastic. I'm really digging it. And I hope those of you who voted for her got your money's worth or your vote's worth here and now are more convinced to buy this piece because damn, she is good. But that's going to be it for this video. Again, she is Pinhead from the Kotobukiya Bishoujo line, the winner of round 2 of my spooky season face-off. I know I have one more horror lady to do in the next couple days. I'm probably going to drop her on Halloween. It is going to be Ash Williams from Evil Dead. So I was going to do a vote as to which version of her to do, but I think I'm just going to pick one at random and just do it. I'm just trying to go with the base version. The Hot Topic exclusion is actually just her covered with blood. So I think I would rather do the standard version first so you guys can actually see perfectly what she looks like before she's all splattered with blood. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that one without a vote. So that should drop. I should be dropping her on Halloween. Other than that, again, as I said in my previous videos, this is kind of a busy, crazy couple weeks with a lot of moving parts going on out here in the real world. So not sure what's going to be coming next, but do look out for Ash Williams from the Evil Dead, or Ashley Williams, as I call her. Follow on all the socials. Click the like button, the share button, the subscribe button. Spread the nerdiness, so to speak. And I'm going to thank you guys again for watching this video. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys doing these votes with me. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.